I am now I call upon Srimati Renuka Chowdhury ji.
Sir, thank you very much. How ironic is it today
Aachi chicken masala
that we are going to be discussing AP reorganization bill, which should have happened 12 years ago. It is actually a statement of national shame that the so-called collective wisdom and intelligence of this House, it took everyone 12 years to process a parliamentary procedure, a commitment made on the floor of this House, a House that is held sacred to democracy, a House that is empowered by the Constitution. What did we do? 12 years later, the government comes out with this act and decides that Amaravati will be the capital. And we are supposed to laud them for this and be grateful for it. Sir, I want to tell you, this is a victory of the farmers of Amaravati who fought for this day and night. For 2 years, the citizens, women like me who were on the road, never went back home, harassed by the police, harassed by the then ruling government. One man who was disputably a nut job sitting in the chair of authority. And the kind of humiliation that citizens faced, not a word was reported in the national media because the media was given enough advertisements to keep them dumb. This late, delayed, I am here to support that the name is Amaravati. That is by right that we have decided it's Amaravati, sir. But what does it mean? What does it really mean is what I'm asking. There was administrative ambiguity for 12 years. Investor confidence dropped. Nobody came to put in their money because they were wondering. Otherwise, the new state should have lured and they have the ports. But they got nothing. 12 years of policy paralysis of the central government, the hypocrisy, where they supported the then CM's demand for 3 capitals. Have you ever heard of it? So what happened? Andhra did not have any capital for 12 years. I mean, this is the most amazing failure of supposed intelligence in this parliament of the ruling government. The act promised national institutions. Where is it in the full ecosystem, sir? Has this bill addressed those issues? It hasn't addressed those issues. It promised a major port at Dugrajpatnam, not delivered. Steel plant in Kadapa, vanished. Promised railway zone. It is now coming limping along after a decade. A promise made in haste and delivery delayed for a decade. Sir, I'm asking for 3 points here. Number one, that there will be a time-bound roadmap for Amaravati. No more announcements without executing timelines. It has to be transparent and visible. Status paper in Parliament on every promise made under the 2014 Act. If you have the courage and you have the commitment, do it. Accountability, why it was delayed and what compensation will be given to the people who have actually paid the price on the ground level, sir. Sir, there are also unresolved issues. Asset division of 1.42 lakh crore, still undivided after 11 years. Power dues, a disputed claim that needs a neutral settlement body. Nothing has been done. There have been accusations and counter-accusations. AP claims that Telangana owes 3.441 crore in principal and so much in payment surcharge, which is not true. And the court has ordered Telangana to pay these dues without substantiating the demand. The High Court of Telangana has quashed this demand, sir. Both states have legitimate grievances. We are co-joined twins, whether we like it or not. We were together and we have to move forward collectively if both states have to improve. But the central government has to stop playing these games. And just before 5 state elections, they'll come out with women's reservation. They'll come out with all these promises which do not exist on the ground. Krishna water dispute, we get less water in Telangana. We don't grudge Andhra their water. So be it. May the farmers prosper. May they get their rightful price for the crop. As it is, the input price has multiplied 3 times, but the income hasn't. Institutions of national importance, Schedule 8, still unfilled for Telangana, as well as the Ramagundam plant in Telangana is hanged suspended because of unclear power purchase agreement between Telangana and NTPC. The railway coach factory promised to Telangana has not materialized, despite 100 times paperwork has been submitted, but it doesn't happen because we are not in coordination with the BJP there, sir. Andhra is. So hopefully after all that, at least they get some benefits, which I don't see anywhere in the near future. Then the selective application and enforcement of the same act, but 2 different standards which apply to them. People of Telangana saw that the centre invokes the AP Reorganization Act to benefit an alliance partner, but they don't give the same act's commitment to Telangana and were quietly left unfulfilled. The rare instance of political unity, the Assembly has passed a resolution against this discrimination with Congress, BRS and all parties together because of what people in Telangana also suffer. Sir, promise denied in the 13th schedule of the AP Reorganization Act, they have not been fulfilled. And sir, there is also a human interest issue, which is of the 5 mandals which is bordering my constituency: Ettapaka, Kannaigudam, Pichkulapadu, Gundala, and Purushottapatnam. Now, these are living in no man's land. They're locationally with the Andhra Pradesh, and then they belong to Telangana. And these lands are the Lord's. Rama, they claim they worship Rama. The only temple of Ram which is in Bhadrachalam. These are the Lord's properties, and these people live in a grey area. Administratively, they are hounded because they belong to 2 states. There is no one giving them any welfare measures, and they are suffering greatly. Now, sir, this kind of hypocrisy, what is the message we send out to the rest of the nation? That it doesn't matter what happens in Parliament, because what will happen outside will happen. There's no accountability. There's no responsibility pinned. And there is absolutely no shame that we come to the House today touting and beating our chest with supposedly a grand success of naming the state capital as Amaravati. But for 12 years you lived without a capital. You don't want to talk about that. They don't address these issues. And I think it's highly embarrassing, sir. You say justice delayed is justice denied. But then the fact is that we live in that way day to day, and we don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. If these issues have to be resolved, sir, I have repeated this, we want public accountability, transparency, statement in Parliament for everything that is achieved under this schedule. And unless you have a time, because, sir, there is a huge cost overrun. Lakhs and crores have been granted for state capitals in Gujarat. But the Telugu pride has been insulted. We are looked down because we are South Indians. We are Madrasis. They have no clue what the geography of the South is. I will say what I feel. I'm a South Indian.
No, you cannot debate a nation like this.
No. This do the people of my state.
What do you want to ask?
Deny us the right which they have assured, sir.
You are a very experienced member. You ask what you want to ask.
I have asked for what I want.
No comparative.
Sir, there has been not just a procedural delay, there has been developmental damage. Who is going to compensate that? What is going to happen to the investors who came forth first and ran away because there was no clarity? What happens to my lakhs of farmers? Sir, for 2 years, the farmers, the women of ordinary households were on the street agitating. This is their victory, that at least they've got a name for a capital. But what happens to their lands? Who's going to compensate? What happens to Polavaram project? They said they'll give it national status. Let them announce it in the schedule, sir. They have to say it. It's not enough to say Amaravati. It was Amaravati anyway. I had told the then Chief Minister, Pettara Peru, Amaravati, Lakpate Pelavara Peru, Kamaravati. Pettu Peru, I have called it. So if he has the audacity to say that, let them have the courage to implement that, sir. Please do it. And what is it cannot claim the centre today that they have solved a big political problem. They have done nothing. This is cosmetic touch which they have given us. At the ground level, Mr. Now he has to run off somewhere because it's very urgent. Commerce is the one that's hit the most in Telangana. Polavaram remains. बैठ जाइए मंत्री जी, थोड़ा सब्र करिए और सुनने का हौसला रखिए.
पीयूष जी, you take your seat.
Polavaram remains unfinished and repeatedly revised.
Piyush Goyal ji, you want to sit? Then.
This is the seriousness of their situation, sir. This is how they listen to the South. This is how they listen to the South. The entire commerce is tough in Andhra. But this is, and you're allowing it, sir. You should summon the minister and tell him to sit down. Yes, you have the power, you have to protect us also.
No, I am protecting you.
Where
he
are
has
you
already gone out.
He's left.
You please. Your time is limited now. Please conclude.
Sir, the special category status is not written into the 2014 Reorganization Act. But the centre has acknowledged that the Prime Minister Manmohan Singh ji started in Rajya Sabha on 20th February 2014. AP will get it for 5 years to steady its finances. Now all this has been destroyed. So I am repeating again, have a transparent procedure, have accountability, have a time-bound action plan, resolve the issues which have not been done for so long, bring the 5 mandals into Telangana because that's where they belong and the Lord's land is there, and that they should have accountability and
Please
compensate for the loss of finance, unemployment,
Please conclude,
industry that has not come. They must compensate and give it its due. Thank you very much.
Ram Mohan Naidu garu.
ఆచి చికెన్ మసాలా